July the 17th, 1976, a brisk grey morning in the city of Glasgow. Mums and dads have been up since 4, pushing themselves into new jeans and woolies, and pushing their kids into an assortment of crisp holiday gear. By 6 o'clock, families are pouring into bus, coach and rail stations, the anxiety of timetables written all over their holiday faces. There must be more coaches here than at Hampden. It's the start of the Glasgow Fair, bustling, frantic moments of anticipation. Glasgow is going on her holidays. Having been born in this city of Glasgow, no mean city as they so cagily call it, I have memories of those 2 weeks of the year so eagerly awaited. For the Fair Fortnight was, and is, fair indeed. It's a sight fairer than the other 50 struggling weeks of the industrial year. And so Glaswegians have always flocked by road and by rail to make the most of it. By rail today you can set out for almost anywhere in the land on a series of special trains. Golden Rail will whisk you to the seaside, to any of the famous English resorts. Bridlington, Scarborough, Morecambe, Blackpool or Cleethorpes, names to conjure with.
Whitley Bay, dear. This is you here. Whitley Bay.
By now, the thinly concealed panic of the bus station is beginning to die away. People are actually catching the bus they came for. Who knows? They might even make the guest house after all.
Whitley Bay.
On British Rail's scruffy holiday train, though, there's confusion over the seats. And over the fact that they'll be stuck on this dirty little diesel without so much as a cup of tea for 4 hours. British Rail's golden promise has festered into this base metal. Short of stock for the busiest fortnight of the year, they've fallen back on sooty old suburban carriages that normally shuttle inoffensively along the banks of the Tyne. One little girl, though, is already on holiday in her head. Back at the coach station, the holidaymakers continue to pull away on their 5-hour trek south. People like Alison Bennett and her family, all keyed up for their one holiday of the year. With a final black diesel belch, the holiday special that's so completely ordinary clatters off for the seaside. Glasgow, this big, tough industrial city, empties. Its folk go south to another big industrial city, Newcastle, and its holiday resort, Whitley Bay. And they've gone south to find all the fun of the fair. Some are tootling down here, knowing what they're coming to. They've been holidaying here for 15 or 20 years. Others are swooping down, bursting with ideas about their new holiday. It ought to be thrills and spills, holiday romances, sunshine, sandy beaches, something to shake you out of the old routine. They've worked hard and saved up for a break. It ought to be the best 2 weeks of the year. But what will the Fair Fortnight actually offer? There'll be plenty of beaches, certainly. Lots for the kids to do. There might even, perhaps, be a welcome change of scene for these refugees from Tesco's. It is, above all, a family holiday, and the children are enjoying it, for sure. But what of Mum and Dad? What is there for them, apart from the clubs and the pubs, the bingo and the betting shops? Nothing, really. Except the happy knowledge that they're 200 miles away from the lathe, the welding torch, or the cleaner's broom. Or indeed, from the fish counter at Tesco's. As the week wears on, will they break out in bikinis, the beach is wondering? Like Stanley Holloway's Blackpool, Whitley Bay is famous for fresh air and fun. Unfortunately, there are some days when the fresh air can blow you off the prom. But Whitley Bay has the answer, and this is the Bennetts playing in it, the new indoor leisure pool. This is the glamorous suntan version of what we used to call the baths. It's a bright plastic palace with artificial waves, pretend rocks and polythene palms, and lots of genuine fun. The families loved it. It did, after all, sport a lifeguard and a sense of security. Far safer than the real thing. But then, who needs the real thing when you can substitute something reassuringly artificial for it? But during this long, hot summer of '76, Whitley Bay didn't need an indoors. People like the Wallaces from Mount Florida in Glasgow could take their chance to get out and about. Bert and Helen Wallace took the kids fishing near the mouth of the Tyne. They came on holiday with Helen's sister Margaret and her 2 boys. Having driven down from Glasgow, they're determined to explore the northeast of England on this, their first visit.
Oh, boys!
Lovely. Oh, that's not with the real either, that's
Well, I don't know the jib. That's quite a good size.
That's a good size, isn't it?
What is it?
Oh, it's a fish, but we don't know what kind.
Just like the industrial west of Scotland, the northeast is clubland, a place for steady, contemplative drinking. A clubman on holiday is not a holidaymaker, but simply an affiliated member of a new club. And these are clubmen, right down to the fingertips that curl round their straight glasses. Their fortnight will be spent at this club in Cullercoats. Some of them have been coming here for the last 16 years. This year, someone has actually spotted the weather above the frosted glass.
Oh, the weather's been terrific, you know. I think this has been the dullest day for pants as we come down.
You've been forced into the club to have a drink, have you?
Oh, well, when you're lying down the beach getting dried up, you must come up to Refreshments.
What brings you to Whitley Bay? What brings you back?
Well, I don't know. We come twice a year. We come in July and then we come in September. We just like the place and we like the people.
I think that's a great beach for a family. See anyone, any kids are in. But I mean, it's a safe beach. You can already get a pint and any you want. If you're a young family, you couldn't ask for a better place like that.
Of course, you know a lot about club life from up north and
Yes.
the Fairfield working men stuff. How does it compare down here, the club life?
Club life's good down here, but this is, I think the biggest problem here at the fair time is keeping people out. No, like them. It's too small for me in this. The weekend, this place is packed.
How do you get on with the Geordies?
Great.
No, the people are nice. The people aren't very nice, I must say that.
We have a lot of good friends.
Do you feel very close to them? I mean, do you feel you know the way they live and the way they live?
Well, if you come down here that often, the people there I've met for the last 16 or 17 years. And a lot of old people, some have gone and some are still here. You know, you always inquire how they are every time you come down.
In North Shields, the fishing trip has ended in disaster. The one fish they caught fell off the hook. But Margaret and Helen have come across the fish quay, a rare scene of local colour that only the explorers will find. You get the feeling that the Wallaces have enough initiative to discover a good holiday in Wigan, never mind the gentler delights of the Tyne. And then for the amateur anglers in the family, a glimpse of what might have been. If only they'd actually caught that fish.
You might be able to do that with a fish you caught there a wee while ago.
Exactly.
Cod?
Oh, sorry. Is that cod? Is it cod?
Yeah.
Yeah. My goodness.
No bother getting it filled there.
I tell you.
Do you mind if we watch? Then we'll know what to do.
It looks so easy, doesn't it?
Could have brought your
If
fishing
we
rod.
watch you doing this one slow, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
This goes for fish meals. Yes.
That's what you'll be buying with your
My
fish and
goodness,
chips
it's all
tonight.
done so quickly,
Yes.
isn't it?
The holidaymakers are settling in. But what about the workers, the Fair Fortnight landladies? What sort of memories do you have of the Glasgow Fair Fortnight? 20 years ago? 15 years ago?
Well, it didn't change for a long time. I think the advent of the bingo was the beginning of a change in habits of people, you know. Because they used to, if they had children, sometimes they would leave them with, with the landlady. But other times they would they would all come in at 10:30 at night with children as well. But that's all finished. They seem to have different ways now.
What was it like? What sort of scenes did you used to have in your house years ago?
Oh, well, hilarious. We had some great fun with them. They were really good sports.
What did people used to do?
Well, gather round the piano, even if they were just in for lunch. Of course, they used to have, 4 meals a day in those days. People wouldn't wear it now. And they used to gather around the piano at night and sing. There's no piano, they would just sing without any piano.
What sort of things did they used to sing, Mrs. Leach?
Oh, all the Scottish songs, A Water by the Wall. That was the landlady's favourite. I always hoped they would come back again when I come back and see it.
Are you sad about the way things have changed?
No, it's just they all stay out all the time. They say even the family people, they go to bingo or something like that. And they just stay out.
Right, John, have you got the tea bags?
God, what do you get for your lunch? Tea bags where?
They're in here somewhere. You'll need to fish for them.
The Hutchinsons and their friends are jolly, resilient people. They're not happy with the guest house they've landed in, so they're picnicking on the prom.
We always take the insides out, take them out. Right, 2, John.
Here we go. Oh, that's good. I like this here. Who wants a cocktail? Who wants a cocktail?
I'll have a cocktail. Yeah, lovely.
A pink lady.
I think you've got me a thing as that is.
God, keep one of them long rolls during the year. Surely they can do something. What's this? Wait a minute. What about the long roll for a banana? See what you're on there. Tomatoes. Oh, Jesus God. No cheese again. Cheese again. You made them up yourself, innit?
Is that what you've been getting all week then?
Oh, we are getting them from my pieces at home.
When do we get ours?
You get yours shortly.
Marvellous, thank you very much. Hey, I haven't got cheese. I've got meat, I've done all right.
Seagulls for that one. Give me the seagulls.
Great.
It'll cost you for that, by the way. It'll cost you for that.
We'll need an extra one for Martin to have his tea, so... Nan can take an inside out.
Well, I'm getting tea.
Think so. Just don't fill John. I know, but it's only a kiddo.
Just up. Well, I take one now.
Yes. Oh, cup of tea as well. That's all right. Don't
You're
take
getting
sugar.
priority, by the way.
Yeah, I noticed that, yes. It's great. So, the food, what's it been like generally in the hotel?
Well, I think you're better to ask the wife that one because I think she's got a better opinion of it, Know how they're used to work in the kitchen all year round. And when the meal comes down, she gives it a critical eye on it, But, I think it could be a lot better.
What do you think about the food you've been getting in the hotel then?
Please don't start me, Nass. Please.
Not too impressed then?
Well, we've been quite good.
Can't complain.
No, I couldn't see. I really couldn't. Well, I'll put it like this. It's not like home.
No.
That do?
So you're quite happy with a sandwich on the prom instead?
Delighted, yes. At least we all enjoy it. We get what we want.
What about your son there? What sort of a holiday are you having?
Quiet.
Very quiet.
What's the talent like in Whitley Bay?
Fair enough.
Usually in the morning, we walk around the shops. Then 11:30, we get to the club, to 1 o'clock. And we pick up with the woman, come down here. If the weather's good, we're down the front. And then maybe in the afternoon, we slip away and put a wee line on. And then when it approaches tea time, we'll up for our tea and then go a walk at night time. We've been in the 10-pin bowling, we've been in the crazy golf. We went up to the bowling, but the green wasn't available.
When you put a wee line on, do you win on the horses?
Well, up to now, we're pretty average.
Oh, yeah?
Don't want to say too much in front of the wife,
So,
she'll maybe want to tap off me,
yeah, sure. But your wallet's fairly healthy, is it, going to the second week?
Average, I would say,
You're not going to blow it all on a bad bet?
No, definitely not, no. Well, I'm usually cautious that way. Very cautious. Eh?
It's the only thing that'll slice an onion. Slices an onion perfectly. I'll give you £5 if you can take a knife and slice an onion like that, ladies. I'll give you £5. What a wonderful little tool it is. Now, for shredding cabbage, if you want to make coleslaw, salads and what have you, let me just show you how to do it. First of all, you need a cabbage, of course. And in my opinion, for what it's worth, a cabbage is much nicer than wet lettuce in a salad. What does the average housewife think about a salad? Wet lettuce, a hard-boiled egg, a little bit of cucumber, and a little bit of tomato, ladies. I'll show you how to do a salad, ladies. This cabbage is much nicer and much sweeter, ladies, in a salad. And that's how quickly you can shred it. It's a fantastic little tool.
Can I have one, please?
Thank you.
Whitley Bay is an easy place to take the family. There's even a chance for bargain hunting. Though, in fact, most of the people here are hunting for, and indeed have saved up for, necessities. Underwear, T-shirts and skirts. There's a reassuring avoidance of the Whitley Bay mementos that were first visualised in Hong Kong.
Do you see what you're on? Oh, there they are, there. They're in there. There you are, Jim, look. There's nice ones here.
John Bennett is touring round the market hoping that the more expensive clothes his wife sees won't fit.
Size? Oh, I think a bigger size. That's your 14. Never off with you, Mary.
Wet or fine, the holiday drags on. It's hardly one long round of pleasure, but nonetheless, it's in nobody's interest not to have a good time. And the way you have a good time is carefully predetermined. Women go shopping, men go drinking if they can get away. Kids go to the beach or the amusement arcade, or if they're older, they go after the talent. It's all in the neat, predictable order of things, as the holiday moves relentlessly towards its end. They've been working hard at their holiday for 2 weeks, and soon they'll be back working hard at their jobs.
It's a fillies race, so there's no good things here. They're all out for the first time. You take your choice between any of them.
Which one are you on then?
But I'll go for best offer.
So it's 2 on best offer and 1 on...
Charlie.
Just bring my willies back.
Hello there.
You're leading me past the wickedness here. This is how we go, is it? Yeah. You have to show me what to do. Oh yes, that's the fellow I bet on. He's plodding along on his regular family holiday too. What does bring the Glaswegians back for 10 or 15 years to the same sand? For this pattern of family life was established 100 years ago, when the working man first had money in his pocket to send the children off for their amusements, while he sought his own. But does it need all this soul-searching? Is it really a fair fortnight where the food isn't foreign and the pleasures are British?
First impression when we did arrive, I wasn't very sure, but once we started to travel around, you know, the shops are beautiful, lovely shops, there's lovely beaches. I thought when we arrived it was just going to be all the amusements and the bingo. But no, I like it very much, and I think the boys have enjoyed it.
Right, and how do you get on with the Geordies?
Fine, everybody's very friendly. In fact, we've been remarking even in the shops we go into, the assistants couldn't be any more helpful. Everybody's very nice. The boys up at the tent pin enjoyed it very much.
In some ways, though, it would seem, you know, I mean, you come from Glasgow, which is a tough industrial city, and you've come on your holidays to an area which is tough and industrial as well, near Newcastle. Why that? Is that just coincidence, or why has that happened?
Well, I didn't know. I knew Whitley Bay. Well, I had a cousin who had been, and she said, well, it's busy, but you can go and get the quiet places, and of course, we like castles. And of course, we found that here. Tynemouth is lovely. It doesn't take long to go to Tynemouth. Colour coats. Bamborough, went to Bamborough, and it was beautiful. Tree Houses, I think, was another lovely place. It doesn't take long to get to these places. No, I really like it very much indeed. Very much.
The beaches are nice, and as Helen has said, the weather's been good, so it's been ideal. Plenty to amuse the boys, and If they're happy, I'm happy.
Because the boys were fishing the other day, and because we were fiddling around, Graham there lost his catch, didn't he?
He's rather annoyed with that. I don't think he'll forgive you.
Have you forgiven me yet, Graham?
No.
How big was this one that got away then, Graham? It's getting bigger every time you tell the story. It wasn't, it was more like that, wasn't it?
I don't think he'll forgive you.
I don't think
No,
so.
I don't.
Did either of the other two here have any success with the fishing?
No.
But you've got a rod about 1.5 miles long. Why don't you have any success?
No, have luck.
Dear, oh dear, and you neither?
No.
Have you had a good time here?
Yes.
Which bit have you enjoyed most?
10 amusements and leisure pool.
That's everything. How much money have you spent in the amusement arcades then?
About £4.
About £4? Goodness, what about you, Robert?
About £4 or £5 roughly, I'm not sure.
What machines have you been playing? Which ones?
Challenged Douglas to different things like shooting down aeroplanes and
Have you played that marvellous one with the little gunfighter?
yeah.
Do you enjoy that? Mm-hmm. Who got shot?
Douglas.
Gunfight? All right, who's playing then? You, Robert. You play first. Come on. Right, here we go. How much is it? 10? Right, what do I have to do? Oh, yeah, I'm getting shot at. You're going a bit mad, aren't you? Gotcha. I'm not surprised. Oh! Caught the thief here. Oh! Right there.
I'm making this something.
Oh! 76. God, no, you two play that. Do you think it's busier this year than it has been before, or less busy?
Well,
I've heard different views on that.
I've turned as many, if not more, away this year. So from my point of view, it's been as busy. Although some of the traders say there hasn't been the spending money. People have got the money to come for accommodation, but not to spend.
Well, it's always a very busy fortnight. It's the busiest fortnight there is. I think Whitley Bay does very well, you know, in Glasgow Fair. It's, you know, very busy.
What is it about the Glasgow folk that brings them back to Whitley Bay all the time, do you think?
Well, I think it's because we make them so comfortable. We try and do our very best for them. We try and give them a good holiday. And I think if they come to a place where they get good food and a good bed and they're well looked after, I think they do come back. And I think that's part of your holiday.
How long have you been actually having the same people come to you? I mean, who's been coming the most?
Practically since we first opened, you know? But we find here that, well, at least I find that we just try and make them as happy as possible, you know? Give them a good holiday, and that's the main thing, isn't it? I mean, you only get one holiday a year. So it's up to yourself, isn't it, to try and give them a good holiday.
How long is your season, in fact?
Well, it only starts about June, July and August. Just 3 months, you know?
What do you do the rest of the year, apart from recover?
Nothing really, you know, there's nothing very much doing in the winter. It's mostly seasonal work, this. You've got to try and do as much as you can in the season to sort of help you out for the rest of the year.
Where are you going on your own holidays?
This year, Isle of Wight.
And there on the Isle of Wight, in Scarborough and Blackpool and Morecambe, the Whitley Bay pattern will be repeated, an enjoyment as insubstantial as the candy floss that forms part of it. The fair is dead, so is the fortnight that brought it to life. The postcards are pinned up on factory walls and behind office desks. They said how good the weather was. They said they were having a good time, and they wished you were here. And here they'll be again next year, and the year after that. It is only a fair fortnight.
Blue, all three, 33. Yellow, 2, 3, 23.
Green, 70, blind, 70. Green again, top of the house, 75.
On the red line, 1 with shiny sign. On the green, 70, blind, 17.
On the green, 7 2, 72. On the green, all the 6 are 66. On the green, 6 and 4, 64. On the red, blind, 7, number 3. On the yellow, 3, blind, 30. On the access code to the money market speed, wait for the check.